Hey everyone, it's Karen. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. I'm happy to have you. In today's video, we are going to recap our budget for the last 2 weeks and prepare our new budget for the next 2 weeks. So if you are interested in that, I hope you'll stay tuned. Alright you guys, so let's go ahead and put my worksheets to the side for a minute. Let's recap my budget. So I'm going to zoom you in. I think it worked pretty well last time with you guys zoomed in. So for those of you who are new here, I only budget my income. I don't budget my husband's income. And I get paid every other Friday. So I budget per paycheck every other week. Since I budget only 2 weeks at a time, I always know what my income is going to be, and I always know what my bills are going to be. So these two sections, whatever I put here doesn't change. And same for these sections down here, whatever I put here usually does not change. Only this section for my variable biweekly expenses, only this section fluctuates. So there may be bills that you don't see in my budget, either because they're not due in the next 2 weeks or because they're paid out of my husband's income. Okay, just want to put that out there. All right, so that being said, my bi-weekly expenses last week, we were heavy on groceries. It's been a long time since we have spent this much on groceries. I budget $300, we spent $294. I budget $40 for gas, and I spent $20. We budgeted $80 for food fun, we spent $53. Budgeted $60 for miscellaneous things, we didn't spend any out of that. And then for our drinking water, which are the 5-gallon jugs that we fill up, I budgeted $15 and we spent $10 out of that. So our actual expenses came out to $377, which is from $495, subtract $377, and we are under budget by $118, and so I will use that money for games and savings challenges in the next budget that we're going to prepare. Okay, so that is where we stand for the last 2 weeks. I'm going to, should I zoom you out a little bit while I'm going to zoom you out a little bit while we take a look at our monthly calendar. So we can see what we're going to be budgeting for. Okay, so we are into March. I'm sorry, my husband's talking really loud. I'm gonna try really hard not to make you dizzy, but let's zoom in just a little. Okay, so this is my monthly spread in my budget, and I have my paydays here. We're working on this payday right here for March 21st. So let me find a highlighter marker, and let's do, I don't even think we have any more kind of colors that match. Should we do like a lavender? Does that kind of match? Yeah, let's do lavender. Okay, so I am going to highlight this payday right here in this little lavender color. Okay, and then with this paycheck, we are going to pay my Verizon. We're going to pay my Southern California Edison, which is our electricity bill. And we're going to pay the phone insurance for my daughter. And then flipping over into April, you guys, I'm kind of embarrassed to show you this, but it is my life. Pretty, not so pretty. But we're going to include our Cricket in this budget cycle because I get paid again on April 4th. So all bills up until my next payday will include Cricket. So I'm just going to put an X here, you guys, to note to myself that we're paying this one with my last March paycheck. Okay? So I'm going to put a little swatch here, and this is going to be $321. Okay, so all bills in this color are being paid by my check on March 21st. Okay, just in looking over my month, at the beginning of the year or towards the end of the last year, depending, hold on, sorry, I go through my whole planner, and I love these little flag sticky notes. You guys know that I love my sticky notes. Now I will go through and I will mark my paydays, and then I will mark all of my bills. So these are all of the bills that I have, and then I'll mark like special things like April. My property taxes are due April 10th, and then I owe the federal government on April 15th. We're having Easter dinner here. Things, these, this Easter dinner I didn't know when I prepared all of my planner, but I fairly, you know, property taxes are always due on the 10th of April and December, and then my taxes I didn't know until we had our taxes prepared in February that I was going to owe here. But everything else was already set. So like if we look into May, same thing, same thing for May. I have all my paydays. I'm in, May looks like a magic month for me. But it really doesn't make too much of a difference for me because I budget every 2 weeks. So there's always bills due within the next 2 weeks. But then again, I have car tags here. I have graduations here. My middle is going to a rave here. Again, those things I didn't know when I originally did my budget or when I originally did the sticky notes. But yeah, this is what it looks like through the whole year, you guys. Every month, even into October, even into November, even into December. This is like my pre-planning. And then like this weekend, most likely I will sit down and I will decorate April. Okay? Anyways, that was a very long detour. Sorry about that. So we're going to include Cricut on my budget for the next 2 weeks. Okay? All right. So let's get out my budget worksheets here. I'm so sorry if you can hear my husband in the background. It's a beautiful day here in Southern California. I really want colder weather. I know you guys have heard me say that before, but it was a really pretty spring day for the first day of spring. For me. Thursday, the 20th, the first day of spring. You guys are seeing this, or this is going to go up on Saturday. So anyways, it was a beautiful day. So I have my front window open over that way, and on the other side of this room is the living room where my husband is, and we have the front door open, so the window here and the front door, and he's talking, so I'm sorry if you can hear him. Okay, so I'm going to put this up here for a minute. I think you guys can still see the bottom part. And let me see if I can zoom you in any more. Yes, okay. So we are going to start with my budget. Okay, so payday is March 21st. Pay cycle is going to go from 3/21 all the way through 4/3. Oh, you can't even see that. It's going to go through 4/3 because our next payday is 4/4. Okay? Alrighty. So it's going to go through 4/03. Okay. Income is me. And I came in at 1708. I think the last couple, let me see. I think the last few paychecks I've come in the 20s, 1720s, but I adjusted my, hold on, because there's some things in here that I kind of want to keep private, but let me just take a little peeky. Yes, I've been coming in mid-20s, 1720s, but this time I am at 1708, and I think, I haven't looked at my pay stub, guys, but I think that is because I adjusted my, my retirement deductions from my paycheck, where I was at 5%, and I upped it to 6% because my employer matches up to 6%. So I had been at 5% for a while, and then I upped it to 6%. So I think that's why it's a little bit lower. We'll see. I'll have to look at my pay stub, but Anywho, okay, so I'm coming in at 1708. We're going to add my rollover here from the last, from the money that was unused out of my wallet, and that was $118. And then we're also going to budget for this and that here. And this and that is any money that I make from YouTube and or Etsy, and it is my giving on top of that income. So I like to put it incoming here so that I can put it outgoing in my giving sinking fund. Okay? All right. So this and that is going to be $48. So total income is $1,874. Right? Okay. Okay, so for my bills, then again, we're going to do my Verizon, which is our cell phone bill, $195. We're also going to do my Edison bill, which is my electricity bill, and that's coming at $75. We're going to do phone insurance for my daughter, and that is $10. And then we're also going to include the Cricket up here, and that's $10. Okay. So total bills is $290. So if I take $1,874 and subtract $290, I get $1,584. Sorry about that. There was a car across the street, so the dogs were barking. Okay. I have, after I take my income, subtract my bills, I am left with $1,584 right here. Okay, so I'm going to put this up here. We don't need to see that anymore. Okay, so my groceries, we are going to budget our usual $300. Fuel is going to be $40. Food fund is going to be $80. Miscellaneous is going to be $60, and our drinking water is going to be $15, and that total is $495. So if I take what was left after bills, $1,584, and subtract $495, I am left with $1,089. Right? 1,584 minus 495. Yes, $1,089. Okay, so I was doing a comparison from last month, and my income was lower. We had less rollover money this month, or this pay cycle. My income is lower. We have less rollover money, and my bills are a little bit higher. So we're going to be a little tight on our budget, but I'm going to tighten up on my revolving area because, you guys, I still want to put $100 to Mini Mondays. So I'm going to. And that's going to go eventually to sinking funds. I'm going to put $100 to Faith Friday. That's going to go to Christmas. I'm going to put $130 to goals because that was my goal this year. I tallied up all of my goals for this year and calculated that I would need to take $130 per paycheck in order to meet those goals. So my goals binder is going to get $130, and then my vacation binder is going to get $100. Yes. And then I'm also going to put $100 into games, and we're going to use this area right here. We're going to put games, and I'm going to use my rollover money, which is the $118. So $118. So I have it incoming here, outgoing here. Okay, so this total is $648. And then after that, I have $441. So not a lot to go towards my sinking funds, but still enough to get my priority and my annual at the very least. So I'm just going to put $441 up here. My giving is going to be $218. And then for next holiday, which for us is Easter, I'm going to put 10, graduation 10, and then each of my kids will get $10. I think I'm good in dentist right now. Okay, so this section, 218 plus 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 equals 268. Okay, my annual sinking funds are always the same. So Auto Club is going to get 10, Canva is going to get 5, Costco is going to get 7, Dog Tags is going to get 10, my escrow account is going to get, well, this is like my escrow buffer in case we're short for property taxes or homeowners insurance. This is like a little buffer for that. My P.O. Box is going to get 7. Prime is fully funded at the moment. Tahoe Tags is going to get 5. Tax Prep is going to get 15, and that's for our accountant. Our tax buffer is going to get 20, and that's in case we owe next year. It's just exactly that. It's a buffer so that if we owe next year, then we can take this money and at least kind of try to pay down what we might owe next year. And then Truck Tags is going to get 7. So this total is 101. Okay, so far we have 268 plus 101, $369, and we only have $441 to work with. So I'm going to put $20 to beauty because we need to start building that back up again. And so this section will equal 20. So total sinking funds, we have 268 plus 101 plus 20 equals 389. We're not going to do any in long term because these are funded through Mini Mondays. And then also my emergency, my Invisalign, and my medical are all part of my 2025 financial goals. So this part is going to just stay like that. Okay, so this is going to be from 321 through 403, and we're going to be putting $389 towards our sinking funds, which again is not a lot, but it's still something, and something is better than nothing. Okay, so sinking total is 389. So if we do 441 minus 389, we are left with $52. And I will put that $52, I won't put it anywhere, I'll leave it in the bank. So it's going to be $52 as a buffer in my checking account. Okay? Yay! Okay, so in total cash then, we need $495 for my biweekly expenses. We need $100 for Mini Mondays, $100 for Faith Fridays, $130 for my goal binder, $100 for my vacation binder, $100 for games. I'm not going to count this $118 because we already have it up here because that's what was left in my wallet. Okay, so total is $1,025 plus $389 for my sinking funds. So we're going to need $1,414 in cash. Okay, so I think that is going to work. I was a little bit concerned that I was going to need to beef up my vacation, what I'm putting towards vacation, but I think we'll be okay because I was only looking at what I could possibly save until we leave in October versus what I actually had in my sinking fund envelope, and I wasn't even accounting what was still in my vacation binder uncounted, you know, in saving challenges that haven't been completed yet. So I think we'll be okay. We have paid the most expensive. We've paid for our airfare, we paid for our Airbnb, we paid for our car rental so far, and I think it's just 2 or 3 like excursion type things that we're gonna, well, a luau and then maybe 2 excursions or 1 excursion. I can't remember what we're gonna do, but I think we'll be okay. I'll probably reevaluate after I do after I do my reallocation for March. and see where we're at. Or maybe I'll go through and count that money. I'm not sure, you guys. But in the meantime, I think we're okay with the deductions that we have here right now, going into those various binders, goals binder, vacation binder, things like that. So yeah, I think this is gonna work. Yeah, I'm kind of bummed that we don't have more money to play with, but I did want to up my deduction for my retirement account just a little bit. So now I'll be getting 12% instead of 10%, right? Because I was at 5 and my employer was matching 5. But now I'm at 6, so they'll match 6. So instead of 10%, I'll be getting 12%. So anyways, we will see how that plays out, you guys. But in the meantime, I think this is a good working budget. Let's go ahead and bring, let me zoom you guys out so you don't get motion sickness. Just a little bit. Okay. So let's go ahead and put this in my binder. And I will do my cash breakdown and everything off camera. And then we'll do a cash stuffing on Sunday. So, hold on. Okay, so sorry about that. That is going to do it for me today, you guys. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave those down below. Anyways, thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you. And I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. I will see you for my cash stuffing. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.